And we are live. Welcome back to the InflightMuzik live channel. I hope I did switch that over. I'm pretty sure I did. Let me make sure that we're live on Facebook and whatnot. Yep, everything's good. I just got a notification on my phone. And yeah, we're live in the group, live on YouTube, live on Twitch, and live on Facebook. So let me go to my main profile. There we go. Awesome. I have some really cool news that I want to announce in terms of the future of these live streams. Let me put this right here. But basically, I told you guys that we are starting live beat battles in January. However, I came up with a brand new strategy in terms of how I want to set that up, and I decided I'm actually going to start the beat battles right now. And the way that this is going to work, let me go ahead and pull this up on my screen here so I don't miss anything. Yeah, I just spent the whole day kind of planning out the beginning of 2020, which I've done a few times actually, but now that I'm a lot closer to doing these beat battles, I kind of went into full on beat battle mode, and I ended up making the thumbnails, making the rules, deciding on prizes and things of that nature, and it got me really excited. So I'm actually going to start these up today, and the way that this is going to work, oh, let me say hi to people in the chat. What's up, Simon? I can never say that name right. I'm doing good. How about yourself? Influxus, what's up, my man? I'm sure we already have some critiques submitted here. We also have a couple beats in the self-promo section that I want to just play. I won't be critiquing these, but I will be playing these. I figure in self-promo, they're just literally doing that. They're not really looking for critiques. They just want to get their name out there a little bit more. So, yeah, these beat battles are going to start today. And the way that this is going to work, now that we are only streaming live on this channel, what I'm going to do... Okay, that your name doesn't annoy me. I just don't know how to pronounce it. I'll try to remember to call you Slimmy. I like that nickname. But the way these beat battles are going to work, basically we're doing a preliminary round. So what you guys are actually doing during these beat critiques, you're also competing to enter into the actual beat battle. So what I'm going to do every Tuesday and Thursday and Saturday, I'm going to be announcing the winners of the people that get a chance to compete in the preliminary rounds. There's going to be 16 preliminary rounds, and from those rounds, we'll have 16 competitors that actually enter into the actual beat battle. And that will occur, basically, we'll be doing 8 of those, 8 beat battles throughout 2020. And from those 8 battles, we're going to have, basically, it's going to be called the Supreme 16. So we'll have 16 competitors in those, in each well, yeah, let me go back a little bit because I just confused myself there. So from these preliminary rounds, we'll have 3 preliminary rounds every week. And we'll do that for about 5 weeks. So yeah, we'll have 16 days of doing that. And from there, we'll have a Supreme 16 beat battle where we take the best of those 16 competitors and we put them up against each other. And that will occur 8 times throughout 2020. So at the end of, near the end of 2020, we'll have an Elite 8 beat battle where the 8 winners from each of those Supreme 16 beat battles will compete for a grand prize. But you'll also win prizes within the Supreme 16 beat battle competition. There will be a first place and a second place. And then for the Elite 8, there will be a first, second, and third place. I don't want to announce the prizes yet. I already have them written down, but I might change that up depending on what pops up in the future. So right now, the prizes are pretty basic, but I think that we can do a better job in terms of upping these prizes as time goes on. So I don't want to announce the prizes yet, but just know that there will be kits involved. And for the Elite 8 beat contest, there will be cash involved as well. And this is free for anyone to enter. So that's the really great part about this. It's not going to cost you anything to do this. It's just an opportunity for you guys to win kits and prizes and possibly plugins and some cash just from doing these beat critiques. Simo, glad to have you back, man. Missed you the past couple streams. But another thing that convinced me to start doing this now, this is going to give you guys some more exposure. Since I decided not to do these streams on the tutorial channel anymore, now that we're only on this live channel and Facebook and Twitch, there are less people watching, but the people that are watching are a lot more involved. But I still want to give you guys the opportunity to get in front of my main audience. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the 5 best beats from each of these critiques, and I'm going to turn that into a video for my tutorial channel that will be posted every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And from those top 5 beats, the top 4 will compete in the preliminary round. So every week we'll have 3 new competitors that will enter into the actual beat battle until we get 16 competitors. And that's when we'll have the Supreme 16 compete for the actual beat battle. So yeah, it'll take about a month and a week for us to get all of the competitors for the beat battle. So it'll work out really nicely. We'll be able to do that 8 times throughout the year. And at the end of the year, we'll have the big Elite 8 beat battle for the grand prizes. So I think that'll work out. I think that'll work out. What's up, Eric Drew? The man with 2 first names. What else do I want to say about those battles? Yeah, that's pretty much it. I just feel like by having you guys featured on my main channel without going live on the main channel, that's a great opportunity for you guys. And plus, that's twice the amount of content that I'm going to be able to put out throughout the year as well. So I'll have my tutorials every other day, and then I'll have these beat battles every other day. So basically, the format of these live beat critiques are going to change just slightly. We're going to keep doing the same thing that we've been doing, but now it's going to be a little more exciting because, okay, everyone should call you Drew. We'll call you Drew. They'll be a little more exciting because at the very beginning of each beat critique, we're going to take the 4 people that were nominated from the previous beat critique, and they're going to battle each other to try to claim a spot for the Supreme 16 for the actual beat battle. So, and then the person that is 5th on that list, like I said, I'm going to take the top 5 and feature them on the main channel. the person that's fifth will have the opportunity to be a wild card just in case someone drops out of the competition. Maybe they're sick, maybe they couldn't finish a beat, so on and so forth. And in the case that multiple people drop out, we'll just have, you know, a DQ or no contest. Well, not a no contest, but we'll just have a DQ, and we'll move the people that were able to compete forward. We'll move them forward. Which brings me to my last point. Anyone, make sure that you're submitting beats that aren't going to give the channel a copyright strike or a copyright claim. So if you haven't whitelisted both my InflightMuzik tutorial channel and my InflightMuzik live channel, you'll automatically be disqualified from the competition, mainly because I won't be able to play your beat. I won't be able to show your beat. So, and the way that I'll know that, right after this stream ends, I'll get a copyright notice within 24 hours. If this channel isn't whitelisted and you used copyrighted material, I'll be notified right away. And what will happen is I'll have to edit your track out of the beat critique, and unfortunately I won't be able to submit you into the main contest on my tutorial channel. And Fluxus, the way that you whitelist, you go to whoever you do YouTube content ID through, and you use whatever system that they have set in place to whitelist channels. So it really depends on what platform you're using. I personally do not have YouTube content ID yet, so I really can't give you any advice on that. I know Airbit does it. I know DistroKid does it. So Simon says, I never send stuff that's in YouTube, that's on YouTube, so you have no problems with mine. Yeah, I don't know if that's how it works, because I'm pretty sure the way that YouTube Content ID runs, it's all based off of audio. So even if, even if your stuff, even if you submit something for the beat critique that isn't a YouTube video, but the video is in the content ID system of YouTube, I'll still get a copyright claim. So keep that in mind for sure. But yeah, if it does come to, if we do get to the point where one of those beats is considered one of the top 5 beats, I think what I'll do, I'll just move down the list and find a replacement, and we'll just go from there. And Fluxus says, don't you initially file a claim to monetize your content? It sounds like you don't have a content ID in Flux if you're unfamiliar with that. So I don't think you have anything to worry about. Anyone that does have content ID, they're very familiar with how that works. It's an automatic process. You don't have to file a claim for YouTube to claim it. It'll automatically happen for you. That's the whole point of using Content ID, so that the system can work for you. Thank you for that subscription. Thank you for subscribing, Drew. Yeah, Influx, yeah, exactly. You're fine. You don't have Content ID, so it won't be a problem. Simo, that doesn't necessarily mean no samples or loops. It just depends on whether or not that's it just depends on whether or not YouTube has that particular sample or loop in their system. DJ Vivaldi, what's up? What's up? So it will all just depend. All right. Let's go ahead and take a listen to the beats that we have here in the self-promo section, and then we'll get to the critiques. Again, these are just self-promo, so I won't really be critiquing these. And I won't be playing them all the way through. I'm just giving them the opportunity to get heard, that's all. What's up, Stefan? Shema, what's going on? That reminds me. So today, both Shema and Raphael submitted their artwork for my hi-hat, high-tech MIDI kit, and my ear candy transition effects kit. And my God, they are incredible. They are absolutely incredible. So shout out to Raphael and Shema, because both of them did beyond what I could have ever done, and beyond what I could have even thought of in my head. Like a perfect cover for these kits. Like I never would have imagined something that is this good. So shout out to you guys. Like, no joke. I really can't say enough about how good those covers are. Hakeem, what's up? I'm doing really, really well. Doing well. Hope everyone else is doing good. Craig, that's fire. Rest in peace to Juice WRLD. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know if any of you guys were Juice WRLD fans. I assume each and every one of you probably were a fan of at least one of his songs. I don't really do type beat tutorials, but the only type beat tutorial that I ever did do on my tutorial channel was a handful of, I did them all in a row, and it was because of Juice WRLD's Robbery. And I was just in love with what Nick Mira did on the piano. And I really loved the lyrics, the video, the vocals. Like, I just loved the whole concept of that song. And the melodies, like, yeah, Juice WRLD killed it on that. I probably shouldn't have said it like that, but that was one of the only tutorials that really inspired me to say, you know what, I am going to do a type beat tutorial, just because I really loved the composition of that song from top to bottom. And that inspired me to do like 4 or 5 other ones, but nothing really hit the way that the Juice WRLD Robbery piano tutorial hit. So I actually really enjoyed doing that. It seemed like a lot of other people really enjoyed doing that. My channel got almost 1,000 subscribers because of that video. Because I did it right after the music video dropped. But since then, I haven't done another type beat tutorial, nor do I plan on doing one. Yeah. So, yeah, I just wanted to say rest in peace, Juice WRLD. That's a really sad story. Terry Van, what's up? What's up? Aton. Oh, actually, this is my 3rd time listening to this track, actually. This is really good. Yeah, I heard this on Aton's Instagram. I heard it in Vegans Live. And now I'm happy to play this live for you guys here on my channel. Young BS, what's up? So we have about 15 people, 12 people, 11 people watching. About a dozen people watching. If you can, go ahead and hit that thumbs up for us so that we can get more people in these lives for these critiques and for the future beat battles that we have coming up literally right now, today. For those of you who missed it, we are doing preliminaries for our main beat battle starting today. So the way that works, the top 5 beats are going to be chosen by myself. In the future for the main beat battle, I'm going to do my best to have some guest judges, some bigger YouTubers, at least bigger than me, to come in and do the judging on those as well. And hopefully that will get you guys some more exposure, and also hopefully that allows us to collaborate with some nice prizes and gifts for you guys. Yeah, Aton, that's definitely fire. Definitely a Juice WRLD type beat. Make sure if you guys are wanting a beat critique to submit in the beat critique section rather than this section right here. Yeah, I kind of agree with that, Sima. Yeah, I made sure that, I mean, like I said, I don't really do type beat tutorials or anything like that, but yeah, I didn't want to even speak on Juice WRLD in social media at all the day that happened, so just kind of left it alone and let it be. This is really dope. Again, the only reason I'm not critiquing these is because it's in the self-promo section, so I'm just helping you guys with some promo here, letting you guys get heard. And also, these don't qualify for the beat battle, unfortunately, because, again, only the beat critiques are being considered for the beat battle today and every day. Which is really unfortunate because any one of these could have been a potential submission. Yeah, Easy E, Young BS, if you guys are wanting these to be critiqued, go ahead and repost them in the beat critique section. I have a feeling that is what you wanted since you posted these right after the stream started, so go ahead and repost them in the beat critique section because I'm heading right over there right after this track. Okay, cool, Young BS. Sounds good. Yeah, every single one of these tracks that I just played are fire. Yeah, great job on all of those. Yeah, great job. Okay, well, Craig did submit in the critique section right here. It's probably the same track, I'm guessing. No, it is different. Let me go ahead and play this on YouTube so I could show my support. Again, if your video or your track is in the YouTube copyright or content ID system, it's an automatic disqualification from the beat battle, just because I won't be able to play your beat on my main channel. So it is what it is. I'm not really a fan of the clap, and the snare is really low. So your main snare is a lot lower than your what's supposed to be a ghost clap, your side clap. Well, actually, no, you do have, so basically what you did, you had a switch up where you did have a snare in the middle, but it was turned down really, really low. And now your clap is actually taking the place of that snare, and it's playing ghost hits as well. But because it's panned out so wide, it doesn't really have the same driving force that it would if you had the main clap on the 4-bar hitting right there in the middle. So I would recommend doing that. Simo asked, how do I get content ID? I never asked for it, never seen it, don't really know if I have it. No, you definitely don't have it. Yeah, you definitely don't have it. You would know. There's systems like Audium that do it. BeatStars used to have it. They don't have it anymore. Airbit just started doing it. You could do it directly through YouTube. Audium is how you would do it through DistroKid. I'm not even sure if they're associated anymore, so it's pretty hard to get linked up with Content ID. That's why I'm saying that you definitely don't have it. If you have any questions about it, you would definitely know. So it sounds like the only bass in your track is coming from your kick. Oh, there's some bass, but the bass is turned down really low, and yeah, your kick has a lot of bass in it. So I might EQ that, and also your kick doesn't really have a lot of knock to it. It's kind of just there. It just sounds really flat. And the melody is pretty repetitive as well. So, wait, let me go ahead and drop you a comment. And let's play the next track. Another YouTube track. Say Less Beats. Simo, where have you been the past couple streams? I'm always used to seeing you in here. Volume is really low on this one. I'm going to turn this up. This kick has a lot of mid-range knock to it. Oh, I get it, Simo. Simo said he had no inspiration at all and literally didn't want to make beats, so he didn't hop into the live. So this sounds like, you know, one of those flex beats, but I feel like it needs a little more work in terms of the muscle, the flex, if you will. Usually when you have 808s like that and a kick that knocks like that, along with the chop snare, which is a little too loud, I'd say, you usually do a little bit more with melodies here, but the melody is just repeating pretty often. Not a lot of change ups. Really, all that's changing up is the bass line. So I would say if you are making a beat like this, it says a drill type beat. I'm always bad at critiquing drill beats because they do tend to. Let me say this. I don't think I've heard a drill beat that I really liked. So a lot of that, what I just said, is more personal taste, I guess. But just comparing it to other flex beats, usually I'd say it has a lot more going on. But when I think back to drilled beats, yeah, I would just leave it as is and move on to your next one. So yeah, take that with a grain of salt. Yeah, because of the way that you have your 808s going, it's hard to imagine a rapper or an artist on going in on that. So Battle of the Beatmakers just started back up, and what's up, King Ace? What's up, Shenny? And I watched the first episode where I guess they're in the finals now, like the top 16. And Simo says, I don't like UK drill snare rolls. I feel them like flex beat wannabes or something. Yeah, I just felt like that last track was trying to be a flex beat, but it was just missing a lot of elements. But yeah, so there was a little controversy with the judging, and this actually happens every single year with Battle of the Beatmakers. It's just really unfortunate who they have judging this year because it's literally a producer duo and then one other guy. And I feel like when you choose your judges, you should have a little more diversity than that, because basically what I kept seeing in the judging, you had the producer duo agreeing with everything, and then you just had this one guy that disagreed with the other two. So it was kind of weird watching that. But on top of that, the host, who I love that guy. He's freaking hilarious to me. I can't think of his name right now, but shout out to that guy. Ikoy, what's up? The host flat out asked them, because he kept seeing this happen over and over again. Eventually, they were doing a lot of agreeing too, but when they disagreed, it was always 2 against 1. So the host just flat out asked them, "What's up, VIP Hood Pass?" What they were judging these beats on, and the two producers, the duo, they pretty much were basing the beat on, well, I could hear an artist on this one. It was less complicated. There was space for the rapper, things like that. It had a good feel to it, a better feel to it. Yeah, so on and so forth. While the other guy was like, hey, it's a beat battle. Like, I'm trying to vote for the best beat. So he's thinking on more of the lines of flexing how talented the producer is. And I feel like that kind of messes up the judging there. In the past, they've had a few producers make it into the mainstream. People like Wonder Girl. I can't think of any others off the top of my head, but that's one of the most recent ones. And she was making beats that were both technically sound, but also left space for the artist. So I feel like you need to judge both at the same time, and I felt like that's not what they were doing, at least in this last episode. So when I do these beat battles, I'm definitely going to be judging on the criteria that I just said. But the beat that has the most potential in terms of being an actual song where an artist can rap or sing on it, that beat is going to beat out the highly technical flex beat where it literally sounds like it's just an instrumental and the track is done. So I just want to put that out there for anyone that wants to compete in this. The goal is to make a track that not only is technically advanced, but also leaves room for the artist. So you have to have the best of both worlds. And I feel like that's going to be the winner of the Elite 8, the finals of this beat challenge. Yeah, we are going to have some people with flex beats that beat out people that do have room for the artist, but that's only because those other beats, probably the mixing wasn't good enough, or it wasn't technical enough, things like that. So have I ever submitted beats to Battle of the Beatmakers? No. But I live pretty close to them now that I live in Michigan. I'm only like 4 hours away from Toronto, and they have these in Toronto every year. So this would have been the first year that I would even consider it, but I don't really make battle beats. And in the past, most of the successful people on that show in that contest were the people with battle beats. So it's always surprising when you do get a person like Wonder Girl go in and not do that and actually make beats for artists that end up winning the whole thing. I mean, that really, that really tells you how talented she is and how talented someone has to be to overcome situations like that. Am I on that level? I don't know. I would have to, I would have to be there and see what happens. I've had some producers that I've known go in there that I thought would totally wipe away the competition, and they were eliminated in the very first round. So, it's just one of them things. One of them things. Let's go on with Bananamus. It's a cool name. Yeah, battle beats are fun to listen to for sure. Battle beats, flex beats. I mean, I listen to more instrumental music than I do full songs, so. Kick is knocking. Exactly, Simo. That is how I came to know you. Yeah, and on top of that, you guys aren't going to know who I'm picking for these beat battles until, let's see, what day is today? Today is Monday. So on Thursday, on Thursday, the video will, let me say this real quick. On Thursday, the video will be dropped on my tutorial channel where you will see the 4 people that I pick compete. Actually, I guess I will be announcing. Yeah. Otherwise, there's no way for you guys to know if you need to submit beats or not. So in the preliminary contest, basically, you guys have to submit a beat before 5 p.m. And let me go ahead and make this now. Let me add a channel. And we're going to call this Beat Battles. Okay. So the beat battle section is at the very bottom. So whoever I select, you have to submit your beat in the beat battle section before 5 p.m. on Wednesday. And then on Wednesday, I'm going to go in here and we're going to listen to those 4 beats and they're going to battle each other out in the order that they are in. And so we'll have a mini tournament to see who gets placed in, basically who gets the very first spot in the Supreme 16 to compete for the actual beat battle. So right now I'm considering Bananamus. But yeah, the bass is definitely a problem. Let's see here. Yeah, really that, yeah, the bass is just too low in that one. But I'm still, we're going to listen to all these beats, and you are being considered right now, Bananamus. Let's see here. Simo says, so I don't make a beat until I know I can participate. It's totally up to you. What I do recommend is making an entirely new beat, especially for the later rounds. But for the preliminaries, feel free to submit a beat that you've already made. Maybe just work on it a little bit more, fine tune it. But what won't be allowed is a beat that I actually critiqued in the previous beat critique, or any of the previous beat critiques. So you want to submit something that we haven't heard before, that hasn't been heard on this channel anyway. So keep that in mind. Yeah, because if you just like, say for example, we choose Bananamus here. If he resubmits this beat, I could definitely tell you he's not going to win compared to someone else that literally makes a beat for the competition. Just because I have a feeling people are going to put more work into it. But yeah, if you are making a new beat, you basically only have 2 days to do it, which again, I feel like that really plays into the whole idea of, being really talented at doing this. But yeah, in the later rounds, I'm thinking that we might do, yeah, I'm not going to make it complicated, at least not in this first beat battle. So yeah, you're just going to submit your own beats. Maybe in the second version, this beat battle 2 of 2020, maybe in that one we'll have challenge rounds where you guys have to flip one of my samples. I'll give you guys an exclusive sample. And then maybe you guys can compete with an exclusive kit that only the Supreme 16 will get. So only 16 people in the world will have this one kit. Things like that. So no problem. No name. No problem. OGK. YouTube link. Let's go ahead and... Oh, this was a YouTube link too. Was this last one? Yeah. Let me go ahead and support you. I feel like I definitely made the right decision in terms of doing this on this channel because... Well, maybe I just skipped a beat there. Yeah, I guess I just... So we are on this one. Because right now we have almost the same amount of viewers. And I know that these viewers in particular are a lot more interested in these critiques and beat battles and whatnot. So yeah, we have like 150 people subscribed to this channel. And my main channel has close to 7,000. And we had the same amount of viewers. So that really tells you how much it was hurting my main channel with the stats, the analytics that I was getting doing these lives on my main channel. So I'm glad I'm doing them on this channel because we're getting the same exact stats. So, but without hurting my tutorials, which hurts you guys because then you guys don't get to see the tutorials because YouTube won't recommend them to you. Yeah, that too, Simo. As soon as I started streaming, even the 10 extra people that we were getting, it was already kind of overwhelming to keep track of the chat. Like, I like these more intimate sessions for sure. But a whole channel dedicated to streaming is a lot better. Yeah, I don't think I've heard a track from you that I don't like. I feel like the bass could be better in terms of sound selection. No problem, Craig. The drums might be slightly low in volume, but the overall beat, the overall track is pretty chill anyway, so it kind of works. Yeah, I would say if anything, listening back, the 808's fine, but there's definitely better 808s out there. If I were to change anything, I would definitely up the volume in the drums. So if you route all of your drums to a drum bus and just boost them a little bit, maybe with a little EQ in the high end and in the low end for your kick, maybe a slight broad mid boost right around where your snare is, and then cut out any of the excess in between those frequencies, I think you would have much punchier drums that sound real clean.
Sansa on the beat.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Sansa, I don't think I've heard a beat from you that I didn't like either. Donuts, welcome back. Nice flute. A little EQ for the clap. It's a little muffled. It's kind of sitting a little too far into the mix. You need that to pop out a little bit better. I'm waiting for the kick to come back in here. Yeah, that flute is freaking nasty. That flute is amazing. Yeah, maybe just enhance the kick slightly and the clap slightly. But that is me nitpicking. I am totally nitpicking on that one. But I would hate to see you lose to someone that has those slight adjustments, if that makes sense. 549. Yeah, right now it sounds like Sansa and 8 AM are likely to be in the first preliminary. My favorite one is from Sansa so far. And the chat can help me vote too. I mean, it's not just about me. The chat can definitely help me vote. And at the end of the stream, we could go back and, I'm writing all the ones that I think are, that have potential down. So we can go back and listen to. That I need to watch this movie. I haven't seen it yet. I like Studio Ghibli's movies. Ghibli. That bass needs more power, more power in the bass. But this is a nice composition. Yeah, nice clean melodies. The drums sound nice and clean, but that bass needs more power. I'm gonna listen for the kick to come back in here. Yeah, it's just a little low on the bass, but good job on the composition. The melodies go well together. I hope that's not the bass that I'm hearing. I think it is, unfortunately, because you have a really nice kick. Yeah, your bass got nuked. It sounds like the bass got nuked somehow. I appreciate that, Drew. We have another template coming pretty soon. A free version and a paid version. The paid version will have sounds and mixing presets in it. The free version will be just like the previous template, where it's just an empty template with all the routing and the coloring and the naming. Take care, Stefan. Happy to have you in here. Clap's a little low too. But yeah, the bass is just missing. Yeah, I could hear it barely right there, but yeah, something got nuked there. Could have happened numerous ways, so but yeah. I'm not sure what exactly happened there, but the bass is non-existent. Yeah, King Ace, the other template, the only template that I have out right now is free. There's something in terms of the rhythm of the clap and snare, you're switching them over and over again, so it's kind of hard to follow what's supposed to be what. But at the same time, since it's on beat, that can be an artistic choice too, in terms of just doing something different. The melodies sound nice, but the sound selection sounds kind of dated. Yeah, maybe browse through some other presets for your melodies. Either that, maybe consider some layering. But yeah, the melodies were worked for the track. Nice. That kick came in real nice. Got a clean bass line down there. I like the processing on the melodies, the gated effect that you have going on. Yeah, this sounds real clean. I don't know about using Cody's tag though. I think that's something to avoid, because you're basically advertising his production when you do that. Yeah, Shema was the guy that made the drum kit cover for my high-tech MIDI melodies, MIDI hi-hat loop kit that's coming out. I'm gonna try and have that out before Christmas for you guys, along with my Ear Candy transition effects kit. Looking for a switch up coming up right here. Nice. Yeah, good arrangement, good melodies, really clean with the EQ. The drums are nice and punchy, especially that kick. Clean bass line. Yeah, I would stay away from the Cody tag and the 808 Mafia siren. Yeah, definitely search for a tag or make one yourself so that you're not advertising someone else's production there. I guess we've already listened to this one, but I did not comment, so I'll comment this time. Yeah, DJ Vivaldi usually has crazy change-ups. Like the last track, he went crazy with the change-ups. Like, you could just skip through the song and it was literally like 14 completely different things. Or not completely different, but it had something different to listen to. Yeah, Simo said that last track he needed to take some of the perfection out. Yeah, we've definitely heard this before. But yeah, listen to this. It'll be totally different when I skip through. Electric guitars now. Yeah, man, you are crazy with the arrangements. But a music supervisor would love you because that's like 14 different moods and sections that he could put in their TV, film, video game, you name it, you know. No Name says your tutorials are really helpful. I like the your style of explaining. Keep it up, InFlight. Thank you. I appreciate that. I hope they help. King A says he needs a snare like that. He needs an 80s snare. If anyone has an 80s snare that they want to contribute to the tips and tricks section or collab section, feel free to drop an 80s snare for the group. Again, yeah, we have about 15 people or so in here. If you guys would do us all a favor and drop a like, that would help us all out, all at the same time. Drop a like if you haven't already. And if you're watching this on replay, comments help as well. Comments help a ton. Love this melody. Love the processing on the guitar too. I'm assuming this is a loop though. Is this a loop? Excellent kick. Caps lock, oh well. Nice arrangement change up here. Very nice percussion. Yeah, very good on the arrangement. The best wants to hear a harder 808. Yeah, I was thinking that in the back of my head, but I just like the beat too much to even worry about that. But it definitely could hit harder. Yeah, very Juice WRLD-esque type guitars for sure. Yeah, Young BS, are you still in here? Curious if that was a loop or not. Yeah, make sure you guys stick around to the end so that I'm able to let you guys know if you are in the beat battle contest. And if you do have to leave, I will post your names in the beat battle section of the Discord. And that way you can just check back whenever, whenever you have time. And then again, you have until, let me go ahead and write this in the beat battle section. You have until 5 p.m. on, oh, nice. You have until 5 p.m. on Wednesday to submit your beat for the preliminary battle. 5 p.m. Eastern to submit your beat for preliminary battle. I'll name the contestants below. Only submit if your name is listed. Young BS says the bass pad of the melody was a loop and the guitar was made by me. Are you serious, dude? What kind of guitar do you have? Is that like a man, I don't want to guess your guitar, but I was thinking like a Jazzmaster. You play are you on IG at all, Young BS? If you're on IG and you played that guitar loop, follow me and I'll follow you back for sure. As long as you make IG posts, of course. Yeah, if I followed anyone and I unfollowed you, it's because you guys don't post. I try not to follow accounts that don't really use Instagram.
BeatStars.com.
Oh, okay. I hear you. Yeah, Young BS says he has a friend that's a guitar player. Well, make sure you get him to hop on your next track Maybe you could split the winnings with them if you win these beat battles. Yeah, that guitar was clutch. The kick is very, very low. It's not hitting at all. And neither is the bass. Yeah, Simo, that's why I'm always looking for guitar players, because yeah, I'll play the heck out of a guitar melody, but it'll never sound as good as someone playing it in real life with the inflections and accents and articulations. So yeah, the low end is just non-existent here. Melody's a little too repetitive as well. Let's go back to the beat critique section. But the top layer of the drum sounded nice. Where did we leave off here? I think we're on Simo. Yeah, did I skip you, Simo? Yeah, I guess I skipped you somehow. I'm like, I already know I probably need to write your name down. 609. I like her percussion, but I'd switch out that snare. It's just a wee too small. But as always, your low end is on point. Melodies are dope. Quality sound selection, good processing on the melodies too. And you're always on point with the arrangement as well. Yeah, that flute is dangerous. Simo, your mom plays bass guitar? That's dope. Yeah, it sounds like you might have EQ'd out too much of the mids and lows of that snare, because it's all like top end, like mid highs. We played that one, we played that one. Yeah, we skipped Simo and he didn't even say anything. It's funny. Cue this up. Movie trailer. Hey, if you guys... Nice. I was worried the drums weren't going to hit. Simo. So those strings and the synths, it sounds like the strings might be layered with a synth, or you kind of have some strings that were made from a synth. They kind of sound phased out, like they might be overcompressed. They just sound really thin. I'd like more body to those sounds that are panned left and right. Yeah, it's all just high-end frequencies. Especially with how good your low end is, you need to find a way to balance that out so that the top sounds don't just sound drowned out. That was interesting, the slight painting automation that you have going on there with the bass. Yeah, you could be more liberal with that with film scores and yeah, film and TV, movie, video game beats. Someone mentioned it sounds like a Madden intro. You'd make a ton of money getting something on Madden. I know all of them make a nice little paycheck off of those Madden games. Shiny says it's his first time making a cinematic type beat. Yeah, good job, man. I liked the orchestration. I liked what you did in terms of the low end. But yeah, the top end was just phased out for sure. Simo, smooth beat. I'm not even subscribed to you on, that's funny. I'm pretty sure I'm subscribed to 8 AM and Sansa. I need to go back and check and see that. And then Young BS, I'll make sure I subscribe to you too. Anyone that follows me on Twitter, I'm following everyone back. So follow me on Twitter if you haven't. Yeah, no problem, Shani. I'm surprised you're at 11 subscribers. How often do you post? I guess you did say that you don't really post on YouTube. What's up, Takid? Yeah, definitely nice and smooth, real chill. I like the first beat better though, in terms of the composition. Yeah, real chill, smooth, laid back. Oh, cool. Young BS with another one. Now I can subscribe if I haven't already. Actually, it depends on if this beat. Nice little delay on the classic guitar.
Yes, on the beat.
Nice bass build up here. I'm really hoping for some good drums. Yeah, I wouldn't even consider this as the intro. I could hear the rapper going in right now. Yeah, nice job on the drums. That's the only thing that I was worried about. Yeah, I want to make sure I'm playing these loud enough for you guys. I know sometimes my voice is a little too loud compared to the beat. And you guys never say anything either. It's hilarious. I went back and rewatched some of the beat critiques. I'm like, why isn't anyone telling me to turn the beat up? because I could hear it real nice in my headphones at lower volumes. Another reason why I love my headphones. Yeah, man, this is fire. Yeah, and then I'm sure you're gonna go with the pretty much the same arrangement. Maybe a little change up at the end there, but we definitely can say that that is a solid track right there. I liked your first one better though. I'll say that. So I already have you marked down here. So right now in the running, it is 8 a.m. Sansa, Young BS, and Simo. Lil Slim. Nice. Got a couple German folk conversating in the chat. I always appreciate when people from the same country can meet up in the chat like that. That kick needs to hit harder. Let me turn this up for you guys. Yes, it's 8 a.m. Sansa, Young BS, and Simo so far. So once again, I'm only taking the top 4 to compete on Wednesday. And then the winner of that beat battle will actually be selected as one of the 16 in the Supreme 16 beat battle, the actual beat battle itself. Simo, you've probably met a lot of Mexicans on the stream. Just didn't realize it. Jake, are you Mexican? I don't know why I thought Jake is Mexican. Jake said never mind. Yeah. I think you just figured out what it is. Yeah, the kick is just missing. He says he hasn't gotten around to mixing. So, yeah, just up the level on that kick. The rest of the mix sounds fine. The melodies are a little repetitive. Maybe the sounds are a little dated. Honestly, I'll just move on to the next beat. Just, it's always better to make more music than to work on the same track. Especially when it's a little change like that. Yeah, just move on. Okay, you're Puerto Rican. Gotcha. I believe SLP is Puerto Rican too. He's not here today, but he's usually here. Young BS says, so I have to send the beat in the Beat Battles channel till Wednesday. You have to send a different beat than anything that we've critiqued. So it has to be something that I haven't heard yet. And trust me, I will remember if I heard it. My brain is crazy about that. I'm like one of those guys that can work at a label and pick out samples that people are stealing. So don't send in something that we've already heard. It has to be, basically, that's to encourage you to make a beat from scratch or to make a beat in 2 days, in 48 hours. But that's not to say that you can't use a beat that you already have sitting on your computer that we haven't heard. That's not to say that. You can do that. But it is to encourage you to make a whole new beat. I feel like the people that are making a beat for a beat battle, again, the idea is to not just be technically good, not to just have a good mix, but to also have a beat that an artist can body. Because I want to put you guys out there as, you know, the next up-and-coming producer. Again, if you guys haven't already, hit that thumbs up on the video so that you guys can get more exposure and this channel can blow up a lot sooner than later. The more people watching, the better for you guys, the better for me, the better for all of us. The better for everybody. And follow me on Twitter and I'll follow you back. I will definitely show my support. Simo, did you say you can read but you can't write in Spanish? Is that what that means? No, that's definitely not what that means because you just wrote in Spanish. Oh my god. I'm here trying to translate what you guys are saying. Or are you saying that you can read and write? Kick is solid, bass line is solid, clap is clean, drums are clean, melodies are clean. Yeah, that low end has a lot of power. Yeah, great arrangement. The best. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for this kick to come back in. Make sure I wasn't tripping. Yeah, good job, man. Good job. Oh, I didn't comment. Damn it. I did not comment. Bruh. Oh, man. So, the best, you are now in the running for the competition. Again, I'm picking the top 4 to compete, but there will be a 5th person that will be a wild card just in case someone doesn't submit or someone gets sick or whatever it is. So all 5 people should submit beats. And then we'll just listen to whoever is available. And yeah. Well composed. Well composed. Man, I am not looking forward to doing my taxes. That's been on my mind because that's coming up in about a month. Well, I gotta do it before a month, so yeah, that's the one thing that people don't talk about when you're an entrepreneur. I mean, people do talk about it, but when you're self-employed, you gotta do taxes 4 times a year. So tax season occurs every season. That's the one thing that I'll miss about working for someone is just doing taxes once. And I gotta do it 4 times every quarter. Once every quarter. No problem, the best. No problem. Oh, did I subscribe? Yeah, I did. Simo, how do you not know what an entrepreneur is? That's just someone that's self-employed. Anyone that runs a business. Someone without a boss but still works. Dude, I love that French horn or whatever brass you have going on in the background. That's beautiful. I want to hear more of that though. Like, I know it's there, but like, man, that could sound even more epic, like panned out with a nice stereo spread to that. Or maybe if that just happened in the chorus, like if you had this exactly like that, and then in the chorus you had just this nice stereo spread of orchestration come in that kind of highlighted or accented what you have going on with the horns. But those horns sound absolutely beautiful. Why can't I spell today? I've been having trouble spelling for a while, actually. I've been writing emails back and forth to a couple companies, and I've been embarrassing myself with spelling mistakes. Gotta watch out for that. Luckily, they all still want to work with me. Jesus. The best says, I'm going to send you a beat I'm working on. When's the last date for submitting? You mean when the stream goes off air? We'll probably be on here for another, let's see how many beats we have left. Go ahead and submit it now. We probably don't have too much longer. Maybe another half hour to an hour. Simo's playing Halo while listening. Dope, dope, dope. Simo says, oh my God, really? I don't think there's a word for that in Spanish, or maybe, I'm sure there is a word. Yeah, impresario, yeah. There's no way they wouldn't have that word. There's no way. Did you make this with GMS, Shema? Is that why it's called GMS Full? Sorry. Oh man. This goes. Nice use of sidechain there too. It works really, really well for this beat. Oh, okay, let me scroll back up and see exactly what you said. Okay, I'm gonna send you a beat I'm working on. When's the latest date for beat submitting? Oh, okay. Nice brass hit there too. You have to submit by 5 p.m. Eastern Time, United States Eastern Time on Wednesday. So after 5 p.m., basically as soon as I start streaming on Wednesday, if the beat isn't submitted, unfortunately, you are disqualified. Yeah. Just to be fair to everyone else that submits it on time, if that makes sense. If that makes sense. You know, one thing that I might do, if no one complains, I will accept the submission. If, say, for example, like I said, I'm picking 4 people, and then there's going to be a 5th person. Actually, yeah, that would be unfair. So in the scenario where, like, say, for example, there's only 3 submissions, so maybe 2 people got sick or didn't submit in time, if that 4th person does end up submitting, as soon as we start listening, or right after I listen to the third beat and we do get that fourth submission in, I will accept that submission. But I wouldn't risk that, because as soon as that third beat ends, we're moving on to the beat critiques. So you'll definitely miss out. And here's another thing that I'm going to do for you guys. Anyone that gets into the preliminaries, so basically all of you guys that get selected here, you'll get a 50% off discount code to my drum pack as well. I just came up with that off the top of my head. Yeah. That way you have some sort of a reward just for having a good beat to submit, just for being in the preliminary. So, Samson, what are the rules of the contest? I went over the at the very beginning of the stream, kind of the rules, but I'm gonna go ahead and do an announcement video on my tutorial channel. I'm gonna drop that on Wednesday at 10 a.m. That'll be the tutorial for the day, so it'll be my announcement for the beat critiques. So I'll go over all the rules, nice, clear, and concise for you guys, and then everyone will be aware that this is going on. And then on Thursday, basically every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, that tutorial channel will see the results of the top 4 beats from each critique, plus the wild card, and then they'll get to listen to the actual beat, the beat battle. So they will see the winners of that. But for you guys here on this channel, you guys get to see it live on Wednesday. You get to see it live, live and happening on Wednesday, while everyone else is going to have to wait to see it on Thursday. So, yeah. I feel like that's really going to blow up the channel, because now I'm literally going to have a video come out every single day except Sunday. So we'll keep the tutorials going every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, we have the battles. So I think that's just going to be awesome for the channel and exposure for you guys, because I do feel bad that we're not streaming on the main channel anymore, because I feel like that takes away the opportunity for you guys to get seen by other producers and other potential artists. I'm really surprised how many artists watch my channel. It blows my mind. But I feel like that's a great way to get you guys noticed by the artists that watch my channel as well. And like I've said before, I have a couple projects coming out because of that, because we have so many artists that watch this channel. And I would love to get some of you guys involved. Some of you I've already talked to about that. Well, actually, no, I guess I haven't really talked to any of you about that. Basically, everyone that I've sent my kit to for free, you guys might have an opportunity. I'm not promising anything. It all just depends on how many tracks I get done and what I might need help with, and the sound of the artists that I'm working with. If I feel like your sound matches the artist that I'm working with, that's the opportunity that you'll get to get a beat collab. But you have to keep in mind, we are not getting paid for any of this. Everything happens on the back end. So everything gets split 50-50. The artist gets 50% and the producers get 50%. So if I do collab with one of you guys, basically we're splitting our side of the 50%. So the artist gets 50%, I get 25%, and you would get 25% of the streaming revenue. And then any placements or sync licensing, if the song is in a video game, TV, Netflix, whatever, those splits stay exactly like that. Until a label gets involved and maybe they add on another producer to change the beat or whatever, then our share will shrink once again. But yeah, we'll worry about that when the time comes. But just keep in mind, there is no front end money. And the reason for that is to get more artists involved with making songs, and the producers to get more people involved with finishing and making songs and putting those out there, because there's just a lot of potential for just money on the back end just sitting there, and we're not getting that done by tagging our beats and not letting anyone make songs. The more songs you have out there, the better for everybody. So, dang, that just came in hard. Oh, you made this with my kit too. The drums, I'm assuming. Yeah, the drums. Yeah, this isn't one of my samples. But that guitar sounded real nice when it came in.
Back up on the beat.
Yeah, I love the processing that you did with the drums. Nice and dark. Yeah, man, solid minute and 16 seconds. Yeah, good work on the processing there. I love that that guitar. That guitar came in strong. Nemo. Nemo with another sample. He kills it on the samples, man. This is one of his older tracks too. Good sound selection with the drums. You got that nice swing going. All right, the best. Take care. And yeah, there's a chance that someone might knock someone out of that spot too. So you got to check back in the beat battle section. But it's good that you're going to make a beat anyway, because hey, the more music you make, the better, right? Yeah, because this beat's fire too. So again, I'm going to go back and the chat is going to help me decide who the top 5 are. And then I'll decide who the wild card is. Or I might have the chat decide on that too, or help me. 14 seconds. I wish I read your comment first. Be careful, it's loud. I'm trying not to curse, because, yeah, YouTube. You know, it's funny the way YouTube is right now, because they don't want you to make content for kids, but they also don't want you to make content that's not for kids. But they'll demonetize you if the content is not for kids. Oh my God. This channel isn't even monetized yet anyway, but yeah, we're working on that. Oh, YouTube, man. Yeah, I would go ahead and keep working on it. But yeah, it is really, really loud. Yeah, YouTube doesn't penalize the channel for the chat. But it will delete your account though. There was a live stream that was going on not too long ago from I forget who it was, but it's someone that I watch. No, actually it wasn't. No, it was just a really big YouTuber, and he told people to spam emojis to give him like a thumbs up or whatever for answering. He would ask a question, and then for the chat to answer back, they had to spam a certain emoji. And YouTube not only penalized those accounts that did that, they literally deleted their Google account. So not only did they delete their YouTube, they don't even have a Google account anymore. So yeah, he's working really hard to fix that, because it was definitely like an algorithm computer thing that went ahead and just started deleting people's accounts. So yeah, you guys got to be careful what you guys do in the chat. Yeah, I would hate to see any of your accounts get deleted for something, based off of a computer not doing the right thing. I haven't seen anyone get deleted for cursing though. The melody is really high pitched, but the bass line is really, really low. So I would maybe choose different notes for that melody, maybe pitch the melody down an octave and the bass up an octave, kind of make them closer together. The snare pattern is odd as well, kind of like the last one. Yeah, I can't really follow it. Yeah, the snare is delayed. Okay, now I get the pattern now. It just took a couple loops around for me to register what pattern you're doing there. Samson says, any recommendations on a MIDI keyboard looking for a 49 key? Yeah, actually. I recommend anything from Arturia. They're one of the companies that I'm working with now. But for real talk though, the MK2 actually uses keys from their synthesizers. And those are typically the best keys that you could possibly get for a MIDI controller. Besides that, take a look at Novation's MK3. Before the MK3 came out, they had the SL MK2, and that was the best MIDI controller in terms of the keys and the feel. I'm really big on how good a keyboard actually feels and plays, because that's my background. I came from piano, so I'm used to real keys. And then my second piece of equipment was a Phantom X6, and that had FATAR keys, which if you're not familiar with those are the best keys that back in the day, those were the best keys that you could get for an actual synthesizer. So I was really used to a certain feel, a certain type of action coming from these synths. Let me think of another one. Something that's cheaper. Well, this isn't cheaper, but if you're looking for like good control over your sound banks, Native Instruments has like the most encompassing keyboard in terms of their technology inside of their I forget the name of it, but their top of the line keyboard. It organizes it. Actually, I think both of their keyboards, their top of the line one, and then there's like a consumer grade model. The keys might be the same, but it just has less features. You might want to look into that. Again, I forget the name of it, but those have this software in it where it organizes all your VSTs and categorizes everything inside of banks. So that's something that's really crazy, especially if you have a lot of sounds. Besides that, again, if you're thinking about how good keys feel, the Cakewalk, Roland, I actually have one, but I have an older version, A400 Pro, I think that's the 49 key version. Those have some really nice keys too. And it has a lot of sliders and knobs that you could use to map to everything. Another one would be the M Audio Code 49. Yeah, those are all the best feeling keyboards that are in the market right now. Everything else is going to feel really cheap and plasticky. But if you're not coming from a keyboard background or a piano background, that might not matter for you as much because, you know, you might just get used to whatever you get. Awesome, Terry. I appreciate the submission. Again, if you guys are watching, go ahead and give the live stream a thumbs up. It helps everyone. So let's get those likes going. And then if you stick around, please feel free to drop a comment in the video after we are off air. Because you can't drop a comment right now. I believe that's not available. But as soon as we go off air, you'll be able to comment. I think I missed some things here. I always stay with the exact same snare positions, so I don't have that problem. Yeah, my main snare will, but I'll have different positions for my ghost snare. Are you getting free stuff from brands? Yes. Yes. Free stuff and more. Terry, just hanging it in beat. Awesome. Need help with tuning. Okay. I think you're coming up here soon, so. Yeah, this beat was fire as always. Yeah, so Nemo, you're also in the running here for the beat battle. Again, I'm picking the top 5. Number 5 will be a potential replacement in case someone from the top 4 drops out, so there'll be a wild card. Right now we have 8 a.m., Sansa, Young BS, Simo, The Best, and Nemo. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 potential people in the running right now. Ratty, I don't think I've seen your name here before. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the live stream. We appreciate your submission. Yeah, one thing with live drums, they tend to need a lot more work. Awesome, Roddy is new around here. Awesome. We definitely appreciate new subscribers, new viewers. Yeah, live drums tend to need a lot more work than electronic drums or your sample drums because people will process those quite a bit for you in their kits. But yeah, it sounds like we need some work on the kick drum for sure. It just sounds very flat. Sounds like the overall beat even has some EQ issues. Sounds a little hollowed out, like there's a lot of frequencies missing. getting kind of funky. These 80s synths. Samson says he's going for vaporwave. Yeah, usually when I listen to vaporwave, which is actually my favorite genre, vapor trap, that is definitely my favorite genre right now. They have a certain warmth to them too at the same time. Like I can hear what you're talking about in terms of trying to go for that vaporwave feel. It definitely makes sense for sure. But because of the way the hi-hats are playing in this track, it takes away from what you've done with the rest of the track. Because those hi-hats sound very like they don't belong in the track. Like they aren't mixed in with the feel of the rest of the track, if that makes sense. Samson says, it might have got a 90s video game sample and might not have chopped it best for the sample. Gotcha. You know what it reminds me of? Like some of the environments in Final Fantasy VIII. I don't know if you guys have ever played that. But like chilling and walking around in one of the towns. Yeah, even the melodies. That was very, very nostalgic. Very nostalgic. But yeah, I totally get what you're saying with the whole vaporwave feel. Yeah, I see what you're going for there. Actually, I could tell you that that's definitely it. Yeah, that's literally what it sounds like, Samson. Yeah, sounds like you're a little heavy-handed with the multi-band compression.
Yo, this sounds like a Samsung beat.
Where's a Sagnesty? I guess that's a organ in the background. It sounds like an organ. Yeah, it is. I really like what the organ is doing. Did you play that yourself? Cool. Even though the mix on this one was better, I actually liked this first track better. So that maybe that tells you something about if a song is good, it's good. It doesn't necessarily have to be the perfect mix. Righty, once again, welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the channel. I also have a tutorial channel. If you've, I assume that you found this channel through the tutorial channel. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, I wasn't sure what kind of drums we were going to hear on this. Now I'm curious what kind of kick you went with. It would have been fly if the kick came in right at that last 4-bar count. It looks like it's about to come in right now. Dude, this would be so fire if you had a nice hard-hitting kick with this. Like, maybe you can't hear it in your head that this track would use a kick like that, but if you did have one, even though that goes against convention with a chill track like this, it would be fire. Knight Rider, what's up? Dope name. Do you have 2 bass lines playing at the same time? Because I hear a bass line right now. It's really, really low. Does that lower bass line drop out when this one comes in? It sounds like it does, but I would make sure that that is the case so that on bigger systems, you're not getting weird phasing issues. Yeah, go ahead and take that out and just let this bass ride on its own. Yeah. Take out the low bass line and let that other one ride on its own. And then when the lower bass line comes in, when I say lower, I mean lower in volume, turn that one up some, because it's nice having those 2 different arrangements, those 2 different bass lines in the same track. And then maybe change up some of the notes in the louder bass line, because it's staying on the same note for a little too long. Just make it a little bit more interesting. Yeah, good point, Samson. He says that I wouldn't say the track is chill, the piano hits hard and needs a kick to match. Yeah, that actually does make sense. I think that's why we're hearing the potential for a nice hard-hitting kick in this track. Yeah, I think it begs for it. Short jab. That was a little piercing. Yeah, you have a really high-pitched resonant frequency in this synth that's rising up. And then that crash that came in, or ride, it's a little too... that needs to be EQ'd a little bit. Some of that high end is a little too much. I'd switch out that kick too. Yeah, it's not really hitting. I guess you're using you're playing a melody with the kick too. That's not helping with the sound of that kick, because it has a very different tone with the different kick hits, the melody hits that you're playing with it. So yeah, I guess it's potentially an 808 that you're playing, and you're playing different pitches with it, but it's just really, really weak, and it sounds like it's out of phase. Yeah. It sounds like you have a kick and an 808 playing, and then they're almost 100% out of phase, which means they're canceling out each other's sound. Oh, you said you need help tuning this? Yeah, I would switch. Yeah. it sounds like it's going out of phase. So I'd switch out the 808 and the kick with totally different sounds. That's going to help you a lot. And then the sound selection on, yeah, instead of trying to EQ that sound that's on the left and that sweeping sound that comes in, I would totally switch out those sounds too. You're probably better off just moving on to the next beat and just going for a whole new thing. Yeah, I would move on to the next beat instead of trying to make corrections to this one, because it sounds like you're going to have to replace almost all the sounds. The kick, the 808, those synths, the sweeping synth. I would even change the melodies up because they're a little too repetitive. They're not really moving me emotionally in one direction or another. It doesn't sound like it's aggressive or happy or sad. Like it's just kind of sounds like multiple melodies that are just kind of meshed together. Yeah, that's what I would say. I've definitely heard better beats from you, for sure. That's why I really feel like you should just move on to the next track. Sure thing, no name. Go ahead and submit it. I think we're down to the end right now, so yep. Submit it as fast as you can. Yeah, it looks like we'll have a 2-hour stream today. Okay, your kick and your 808 are out of phase with each other. I'm using that word a lot. That's actually why I made that last tutorial with how to align your kick and 808 and make sure that they're in phase, because I was hearing that a lot in these beat critiques. So yeah, reverse the polarity on your kick. It actually sounds like you're going to have to replace that kick altogether, to be honest. And also I would pitch this entire track up maybe 2 or 3 keys. Either that or find an 808 that sounds better in this register. But yeah, the 808 is too low. The bass line's too low. Maybe pan those hi-hats a little bit and shorten the length of the hi-hats. They're they're bleeding into each other a little too much. Yeah, those hi-hats are really long. Yeah, and the 808 and the kick are definitely clashing. So some EQ would help. Flipping the phase is definitely going to help. But overall, I would switch out those sounds altogether, because you could probably find a better kick and 808 that mesh better together. Cool. Jehu. Oh, you have a really resonant frequency, right around 8K it sounds like. So do a frequency sweep and find out where that really sharp sound is coming from in that register, and then duck that sound down. Simo says he's going to put his phone in the freezer. Yeah, that's really, really piercing. The kick and the 808 are really, really low. That melody is pretty dope though, but I'm afraid that it's going to repeat a little too much. Key change. Yeah, that the melody sounds a lot better in this register because that frequency isn't poking out anymore. Yeah, just a stronger kick, stronger bass. I think the 808 might be out of key. Yeah. Yeah, I'd switch out the kick, the 808, and then maybe play the song in a different key, but at least get that resonant frequency out if you're going to leave it in this key and have that sound play that loud or that high. Do I have any nice wah or phaser effects that I recommend? Looking for something interesting to put on sounds. Let me take a look. I can't remember. I know Love Filter has some nice wah effects. Wahs or phasers. Someone just sent me a new plugin today, and it's a effects plugin. I'm actually going to do a tutorial on this because what I heard from it kind of blew my mind, especially on vocals. That it really surprised me how it sounds on vocals. Unfortunately, I don't have any vocals to test it out with, but yeah, and this is a really cheap plugin too. Let me see if it has a phaser on it. I felt like it did. Oh, it had a chorus on it. Okay. Yeah, the chorus sounded really nice on this. Yeah, so not this. But yeah, I am doing a tutorial on that here really soon. Let's see. Action Tremolo is pretty cool. But it's not a wah or a phaser. Yeah, it's not a wah or a phaser. Camel Space, but they don't make that anymore, so that's not even available. See, I don't really use a lot of wahs or phasers. If you want really good ones, take a look at some guitar amps. Yeah, take a look at some guitar amps. I actually don't mind FL Studio's chorus and phaser and so on and so forth. Their flanger. Yeah, I don't mind FL Studio's stock stuff. Let's see. Yeah, I really don't use a lot of plugins like that besides, yeah. Besides the stock FL Studio stuff. So yeah, yep. I don't really have a dedicated phaser besides FL stuff. Effectrix. Someone recommended Effectrix. Bananimous with another one. Oh man, he might be back in the running if this hits. Just missed it with that snare. Snare is too light. Yeah, you just needed a hard-hitting snare. It's like all high-end with that snare, all mid highs. There's no body to that snare. I like the background melodies you have going on here. Yeah, maybe a little too much going on with the panning of that synth. It sounds like it needs a little EQ. It's kind of... This melody right here sounds out of place. Like, it sounds like it's sitting too far in the background, but it sounds like you're trying to feature it in this section because it just now comes in and everything else kind of drops out, but it's sitting so far back, like I'm trying to hear it more. Like my ear wants to hear it more, so I'll turn that part up. Yeah, but I really like the melodies and stuff that you have going on. It sounds real nice. Ratty. Ratty says, just a project not finished. Craig, what's good? We're about to end the stream here, so let me know if you have anything that you want to submit before we go. I am going to announce the winners here for the beat critique, or beat critique. Well, yeah, the beat critique. The top 4 get to compete in the preliminary beat battle on Wednesday. I don't know what just happened. Yeah, it definitely needs EQ. I mean, you just finished this, so yeah, it doesn't sound like it's mixed at all. Yeah, do your thing, Craig. Go ahead and send it in. Yeah, my fan's always going crazy. I'm going to have a new computer here in either January or February. Well, I got to pay my taxes first, and then I'll see if I could get a new computer sooner than later. But yeah, we'll see what I'm left with after I pay my taxes. Again, with the kick and the bass, check the phase. It sounds like they're canceling each other out quite a bit. But yeah, the leveling sounds good though. Leveling sounds good. Let's see. Let me write down the time here. 6:15 or 7. Jesus, 7:16. Okay, so we have 8 a.m. Sansa, Young BS, Simo, The Best, and Nemo. So we're going to take a vote here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 producers. We need to narrow it down to the top 4. And then 1 wild card in case 2 people don't show up. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to have 2 wild cards this time. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I already made my decision here. It's going to be 8 a.m. versus Sansa, Young BS versus Simo, and then The Best and Nemo. You guys are the wild cards. Again, if we critiqued your beats in the past, do not submit the same beat. Pick a whole new beat or make a whole new beat. And then submit those before 5 p.m. United States Eastern Time in this bottom section where it says Beat Battles. And yep, right here, before 5 p.m., before the stream starts. TJ Mello asks, where are the guidelines, or are they flipping the same samples? No, they're all flipping. They're just making beats from scratch, and then whoever has the best beat, or, you could use a loop if you want, but I'm just picking whoever has the best beat. I am going to be asking questions during the judging, so it's not just going to be, okay, this beat sounds good. If you do use a loop, you might be at a disadvantage if someone else came in really close to yours and I can't decide, but it turns out that you used the loop. The other guy's going to win. So, yeah, keep that in mind. Let's see. Another thing about that. On Wednesday, my tutorial video is actually going to be the announcement for the challenge, and I'll have all of the rules and everything laid out for everyone. But let me just go through them real quick with you guys here for the people that are tuned in right now. And let's see. Let me pull up my notepad here. Notepad, where are you? Influxus says, isn't music about shared creativity, not about going to war? The music industry is definitely about competing for sure. So I disagree. At the end of the day, the people that are competing will have an opportunity to work with more artists. So that's where the shared creativity comes in. And then also it promotes you guys, puts you guys in front of other producers that might want to collab with you. So that's where more shared creativity comes in. So at the end of the day, one little beat battle actually turns into more shared creativity than the beat battle itself. Where is that notepad? Here it is. But I definitely respect where you're coming from. Okay, here we go. I'll just put this on the screen here. And I will type out a better one in the Discord. I'll actually have a section called Beat Battle Rules. Let's see. Oh man, I should have waited. Man, how did I not see that coming? How did I not see that coming? I'm almost thinking that that's what I want to title the video, but YouTube will flag me. The InflightMuzik 2020 beat off. Oh my god, I'm dead. I am dead. Craig, did you submit your beat yet? Fool. My god. Oh jeez. Okay. Anyway. So yeah, top 5 best beat critiques. I'm gonna change this to top 6 because I'm sure we're gonna have 6 people every time. And then the top 4 will actually compete. 2 will be wild card. Number 5 and number 6. Wild cards, they'll be replacements for anyone that drops out or isn't able to compete. Again, the winners of this one were 8 AM, Sansa, Young BS, and Simo. Yeah. And then the wild cards are The Best and Nemo. And basically these are preliminary battles. They'll happen every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at the beginning of each beat critique. So we'll have a mini battle at the beginning of each beat critique. The winner of that battle will go on to the Supreme 16. So we will do 16 of those. So that will take about a week. That'll take about a month and a week. And then, yeah, a week and a day. And then from those 16, they will compete all in one day on one big live stream. right there, I say that first place will get 3 free kits, a one-on-one consultation. Second place gets 1 free kit, and then the winners of each of those, there'll be 8 winners throughout the year. They'll compete in an Elite 8 beat battle, and first place gets the all kits bundle plus $100. Second place, 3 kits, $50. Third place, 2 kits, $25. And that's the bare minimum. This can go up. This can only go up. Take care, No Name. I'll see you. We do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 5 p.m. United States Eastern Time. I will see you guys in the next one. So yeah, these battles will be happening every... I'll be posting these battles every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday on the main channel. But like I said, these battles will actually be live on this channel every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So already we have a beat battle set up for Wednesday at 5 p.m. You have to submit your beat before 5 p.m. Eastern Time in the beat battle section. And I'll post the official rules here tonight, like right after this stream. But basically what I'm looking for, there was some controversy with the Battle of the Beatmakers, where basically they had a producer duo and then one other guy, another producer, but they kept disagreeing on what to judge people on. So just to make everything clear, I'm looking for a solid mix. So good low end, solid kick, a snare that's nice and upfront, or a clap, a pocket in the drum pattern that an artist can rap or sing on. Everything has to be in key. These are things that I'm not really worried about with the people that I'm selecting here. Like, all of you guys are doing this already, but yeah, just to let you know what I am looking for. If you do make a flex beat, that's great. That'll beat out, a boring beat. But if you make a flex beat and the other guy or girl makes a beat that we hear more potential with an artist with, that is also technically sound in terms of the mix, leveling, arrangement, so on and so forth, that beat is going to beat out the flex beat where you have 808s and hi-hat rolls all over the place, and it doesn't sound like an artist can hop on it. If it sounds like that there's no room for or pocket for an artist to be on it, it's going to get beat out every time by the beat that's similar in production level, but has room for the artist. You can use loops, you can use samples, but if, again, you're up against someone that brings the same level of production in terms of arrangement, sound quality, mixing, so on and so forth, the pocket for the artist, I will be asking questions. So if the chat points out that one person used the sample or one person used the loop and the other guy did everything with the keys or with a guitar or whatever, that person's going to beat the other for sure, when there's just more talent involved, because that means you don't have to rely on someone else to make music. You're doing it all yourself. You're definitely going to get credit for that. What other questions do you guys have in terms of rules, stipulations, or anything before I play Craig's beat here? Again, I will rewrite all of this right under the beat battle section. I'll say beat battle rules. I'll do that right after we get off air here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and play Craig's beat. Go ahead and ask your questions or comments. Again, you can leave comments after we go off air here. That definitely helps. If you haven't thumbed up the live stream yet, please go ahead and do that. It supports everyone in the channel for sure. Beat critiques. Kaiju. Oh no, UK drill beat. I'm so horrible at critiquing these. Thanks, Craig.
And their experiences being mirrored in InflightMuzik.
Yes, Emma, they usually do. I'd say they usually do. Sounds like the 808 is missing some deep sub low end, though it sounds really nice on this track. And it sounds like it was there, but you might have done something weird with EQ down there. And yeah, yeah, it sounds like you might have EQ'd this a little different. Or you should have EQ'd this a little different than what you did. Yeah, I'm always bad at critiquing drill beats because I'm always more of a melodic guy. So I'm always looking for melodies and stuff like that and composition. But it sounds like kind of like with the last few drill beats that we've listened to, the 808, the bass line is doing all the melodic work. But because of that, because I'm starting to realize how important the bass line is in these type of beats, you got to make sure those 808s are perfect. So yeah, something's going on with the EQing of this 808, whether you did it or whether the sample came like that. I might just switch out that sample altogether. That's what I would say. That's what I would say. So if anyone has any more questions, Simo has a history. Hey, that's why we have the Best and Nemo ready to take your spot. We have wild cards exactly for this reason. If you can't finish the beat, we have wild cards. Another thing that I should mention is that obviously no one can win twice. Because we are trying to build a tournament here. So if you you can absolutely still continue to submit beats in the beat critique, but as soon as you claim your spot in the Supreme 16, obviously you can't claim 2 spots. So it doesn't seem like we have any other questions. I'm going to get right to writing out these rules for everyone. Yeah, again, I'll do a video that goes over all of this on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, and then Wednesday during the live stream, we'll have our first beat battle, and then we'll have beat critiques right after that. And then on Thursday, you'll see a video on my... I'm gonna list your name 8 a.m. You don't have to sign up. I'm gonna list your name. I do the listing. So again, the winners for this beat critique were 8 a.m., Sansa, Young BS, and Simo. So all of them are able to submit in the beat critiques or in the beat battle section. I just wrote that so that no one else submits. And also the Best and Nemo are able to submit in there as wild cards. That way we have 6 tracks in case someone drops out or whatever or whatnot. Simo. What else was I going to say? Yeah, let me just go ahead and list the names right now. So, preliminary number 1 of 16. Let me say round. Round 1 of 16. 8 a.m. Let me at you guys. (8 a.m.) Sansa. I don't know Sansa's name on here. I'll just write Sansa. Young BS. I don't know about you guys, but I'm actually really excited about seeing the results of this. And Simo. Wild cards. Are the best. And Nemo. Cool. All right. And then let me go ahead and make the rules. Beat battle rules. And I'm just going to write this out. Looking, we're judging mix, arrangement, pocket, and marketability. I don't think that's a word, but what am I missing there? Mix, arrangement, pocket, and marketability, and let me think here. Mix has to be good. The arrangement has to be good. Has to be a pocket for the artist. I guess pocket and marketability are about the same thing. Oh, composition. Duh. Yeah, mix, composition, arrangement, pocket. I'm going to switch pocket to just marketability. Artist. Marketability. Or should I change that to song potential? No, because an instrumental could be a song. So, sound selection. Yeah, because you could have all that and have the worst sounds. Let's start with sound selection, in fact. Yeah, I guess being in key goes with composition too. Sound selection, mix, composition, arrangement, and artist marketability. I guess that fits in with creativity too. If I use a loop from your kit, am I automatically going to win? Well, you're probably going to get judged harder, to be completely honest, because I know exactly what that loop sounded like when I made it. So if there isn't a lot of change to those loops, but yeah, I don't even think that was a serious question from you anyway. Yeah, let me post that. We're judging sound selection, mix, composition, arrangement, and artist marketability. Top 4 let me write preliminaries. Top 4 beat critiques are chosen with 2 wildcards. Yeah, I like having 2 wildcards instead of 1, so I'm glad we changed that. That's I think we made a really good decision there. I can't spell today. Top 4. Top 4 beat critiques are chosen with 2 wildcards. I kind of like doing this live with you guys sitting here watching me. Oh my god, I still can't spell. Top 4. There we go. Okay, top preliminaries. Top 4 beat critiques are chosen with 2 wild cards. Beats must be submitted before the next live. So that's something to keep in mind too. If you win on a Friday, so for Friday's beat critiques, you actually get an extra day because the next live beat critique won't be until Monday. So, I mean, one extra day, you know, it might help you, it might not, but it doesn't give you an extra advantage over anyone because everyone else gets that extra day from that critique as well. But just something to keep in mind. Beats must be submitted before the next live starts. And then in parentheses, 5 p.m. Eastern. No copyrighted beats will be allowed. No copyrighted material allowed. Automatic DQ. F. There is a copyright claim. So I think that will also encourage you guys to not use loops, but hey, you could risk it if you'd like. That'll also encourage you guys to whitelist the channel if you have, and not just InflightMuzik Live, but youtube.com/InflightMuzik as well. So youtube.com/InflightMuzik, yeah. Be sure to whitelist youtube.com/InflightMuzik from content ID F. And youtube.com/InflightMuzik Live. Yeah, my spelling is horrible. What if you made a flex beat with kind of a pocket, but not exactly? I don't know. We would have to see how much of a pocket is there, and then it all depends on who you're competing with. Yeah, exactly. 8 a.m. You gotta upload it to the beat battle section right before the live starts on Wednesday. But I am making an exception if yeah, that's the way we're gonna do it, because now we have two runner-ups, 2 wild cards that could easily take someone's spot if someone doesn't show up or someone is late to submitting. So yeah, because someone, at the end of the day, I know for a fact that we are gonna have 4 submissions from out of those 6 people. 5 a.m. or 5 a.m. 5 p.m. United States Eastern Time. And then if you guys forget any of this, yeah, we have the Beat Battles rules section where it has all that listed. Yeah, right here it says beats must be submitted before the next live starts, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. That is United States Eastern Time. I don't know if, yeah. What else here? Let's see. Supreme 16 winners. Supreme 16 are chosen from winners of preliminaries. First place. Three free kits and one-on-one consultation minimum. Second place. One free kit minimum. So like I said, the awards, the awards might increase over time, just depending on how this goes. Craig, yeah, you did miss your beat. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Let me go back. Yeah. The UK drill beat. Yeah, I basically said that it sounds like the bass line is like the main part of the song, but the there's like an EQ problem. I would switch out the 808 sample to make it more solid. Lucky done. It sounds like we might have a sound selection problem here. It sounds nicer here. This is a cool melody. Yeah, I don't know why it loaded up that other beat. That's kind of weird. Sorry about that, Craig. I'll critique yours right after this. Yeah, maybe some EQing. Everything sounds a little muffled. But yeah, the sounds do sound a little dated, though. I'd say that. Sounds are a little dated. It sounds like Purity or something. Which is usually good for like dance hall, but with the EQ, yeah, it needs to be cleaned up. So some high passing on those melodies would help out a lot. I'm definitely about to go eat right after this. Drink some beers. Yeah, I was thinking about recording a video, but I'm just going to save that for tomorrow. get my brain nice and refreshed, get my mind off of the whole beat battle thing, and then I'll make that beat battle video tomorrow. And then I have some, videos that I need to make for, I can't talk about that actually. Got like this short, stubby kick, but it works for this track. I almost leaped that perfectly. That was wild. I'm looking for the bass line. Yeah, the bass line's a little weak here. That open hat is really big, if that makes sense. Like all of your other sounds physically sound smaller than your open hat. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell that, but your open hat literally sounds like it's a physically bigger thing in my ears than your kick even. So yeah, that goes with leveling. So if you leveled up your kick, turned down the open hat, that would fix that right away. Oh, this sounds nice. A lot of Juice WRLD beats. I have a feeling that'll go on for a couple weeks for sure. The 808's out of key. Yeah, the 808's out of key. What's up, David Treasure? Kick. It took a little too long for that to come in though, so I would have done that way back here. This instrument's out of key too. Yeah, that's out. Yeah, your main melodies are out of key along with the 808, so I'd go back and change those melodies and tune your 808. Let's see here. So yeah, well, I was on the Supreme 16 and then Elite 8. Are chosen from winners of the 8 from all Supreme 16 battles. First place, all kits bundle. I'm assuming the winners of these are people that I can trust to not distribute their winnings, their kits, to random people. All kits and $100 minimum. Second place. Man, I've been waiting a really long time to do this. Like every YouTube channel, every beat channel talks about doing this and they don't do it. But I have a feeling in 2020 we're about to see all kinds of beat battles come up on everyone's channel. So I'm glad I'm getting this started before every single person. You've seen it here first, y'all. You've seen it here first. $50 minimum. So second place is 3 kits with a $50 minimum. And we have a third place. Two kits. and $25 minimum. And like I said, those can go up later on. I wonder if I could edit this, because I'd like to make some spaces there. Oh, I sure can. Yeah, buddy. Oh, Jesus. Each of these are each of these are a selection. How do I change my mind? Okay, cancel. Let's go right here. Edit. Let's see if we can make a space. Nope. Oh well, it is what it is. What else am I missing? Okay, so we're judging sound selection, mix, composition, arrangement, and artist marketability. Preliminaries are the top 4 beat critiques that are chosen. Oh, preliminaries, top 4 beat critiques are chosen with 2 wildcards. Beats must be submitted before next live starts, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. No copyrighted material allowed. Automatic DQ if there is a copyright claim. Be sure to whitelist youtube.com/InflightMuzik and youtube.com/InflightMuzik Live from Content ID. Supreme 16 are chosen from winners of preliminaries. First place gets 3 kits and a free one-on-one consultation. Second place gets 1 free kit. And then the Elite 8 are chosen from winners from all Supreme 16 battles. First place gets the all kits bundle with a $100 minimum. Second place gets 3 kits plus $50. Third place gets 2 kits plus $25. All those are minimums. So there could be more. Definitely no specific genre or theme. You can make any genre. All that matters is did you choose good high quality sounds? Are they mixed properly? Meaning the drums are nice and loud. The bass line is well balanced, and we don't have any clashing frequencies, so everything sounds nice and clean in their own position in the mix. Good stereo field. Correlation, yeah, so there's no phase cancellation or anything like that. No over compression, not too loud, not too quiet. Composition, chords, melodies, having everything in key. Did you use a loop or not? People that don't use a loop are going to have an advantage over someone that achieves all the same criteria. They'll win in that situation if the 2 beats are evenly matched in terms of the criteria. Arrangement, does the beat get monotonous, or do you have change-ups that make sense in the beat? And artist marketability, is there a pocket for a singer or a rapper to hop on the track? So it's really a producer competition. How good are you at producing potentially a hit song, not just flexing? So if you just make a flex beat, and the sound selection is on point, mix is on point, composition's on point, arrangement is on point, but there is no artist marketability, well, the person that did all that and has artist marketability is going to beat that beat. Good question, Lockie. Whitelist from Content ID. If you don't know what that means you don't have to worry about it. The people that have Content ID will know exactly what that means, but just to explain it to you, on YouTube, there's a such thing as Content ID, where you submit your music or video into their automated system to claim copyright on any other channel that uses your music or your videos. And basically anyone that does, they'll get a copyright claim automatically from YouTube due to the algorithm, and that video will no longer be monetized. That video will that video loses monetization. So if we're doing that, I'm going to have to edit your track out. Your track will be muted, and since it's muted, obviously I can't play it anymore. So you're just out of the competition. So yeah, that's just automatic DQ just because of the way YouTube works. I won't be able to play your beat. Do I have any videos on making the pocket for the rapper? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. Just make sure that you're not adding you're not throwing in too many sounds and elements that clutter up the beat. And then in terms of like a nice pocket, you could do things like delaying your hi-hats, delaying your percussion, adding groove to your melodies, making the melodies counter each other, meaning like call and response. Those are all a lot of different topics that add to that. So I don't have one single video on that. Some people are naturally good at it, others aren't, but that's that's just a part of the competition. It's just a part of the competition. Some people are going to be good at it and some aren't. So that's just one of the things that will weed out the producers that aren't quite up to par in terms of artist marketability. I think that will bring a lot of light to the situation in terms of what you might be missing, because I won't just be saying, oh, this beat is better, or this is the beat that wins, and move on. I'm still going to be critiquing all these beats and telling you exactly why a beat beat the other. So this was going to be basically Beat Critiques 2.0. You're not going to get a better beat critique than this, because we're directly comparing your beat to someone else that is, honestly, to be quite frank with you guys are really close in level. How good you guys are. You guys are really, really close. Yeah, I imagine that as these beat critiques continue on, it's going to get even harder and harder to pick the top 4 or the top 6 just for the preliminary rounds. And then it's going to be really, really hard once we get into the Supreme 16 or the Elite 8, especially when you guys realize what we're looking for in terms of sound selection, mix, composition, arrangement, and artist marketability. But you guys are going to figure that out real quick. So it's really the same things that I talk about every beat critique, to be honest. Maybe I don't talk about artist marketability enough, but I'll definitely start mentioning that. I'll definitely start mentioning that. For the most part, I don't say anything about it unless there is an issue. So most of the time, I can hear an artist on it. Usually if there isn't a nice pocket or room for an artist to hop on it, I'll say something. I always say something. I don't think there's been a time where I ignored it and just moved on. So, yeah, normally with this group, it hasn't been a really big issue. This will help you out. The major issues that I have been seeing are sound selection and the mix. Everyone that's been selected is incredibly on point with composition and arrangement, and maybe less in artist marketability, but yeah, I would say composition, you guys, everyone that I selected for the preliminaries, that's probably your strongest area. Arrangement, that's probably your second strongest area. Then artist marketability. And then I would say sound selection and mix are about tied. But yeah, I'd say everyone that got selected, their strongest point was composition. And that really goes to show how important that part is when it comes to a song, if you feel me on that. When artists are looking for beats online, they're not looking for a finished mix. They're looking for, hey, are the melodies dope? Are there change-ups? Is the song boring? can I rap on it? It's really those three main things, and you guys are nailing that. The guys that I picked here, sound selection and mix. Sound selection is pretty important too. I mean, that's the very first thing that catches someone's ears. Yeah, I'd say you guys are pretty good on that too. Really, it's always just the mix that causes issues with people. But trust your gut, everyone that I've chosen. Trust your gut, because it's gotten you this far, and you were chosen because I didn't really hear issues. There was one person, Bananamus, where they came really close to getting in here, but they had an issue with the low end, an issue with the bass. So they missed it just by that much. Everyone else didn't have that issue. So we got some questions here. What are the preliminaries? Every beat critique that I do, I'm choosing the top 4. Actually, I'm choosing the top 6, and then the top 4 out of those 6 are competing in a preliminary to compete in the main beat battle. And they will compete in the next live session, every live session that we have. Excuse me. And then the 2 wild cards from that top 6, they're there just in case 2 people drop out or 1 person drops out, so on and so forth. If 1 person drops out, then we're going to have a battle between the 2 wild cards to see who can compete in the actual preliminary battle. Yeah, that system is perfect right there. That system's perfect. We have another question here. Staten, I haven't seen your name before. Good to have you in the chat. Again, if you haven't liked the video yet, definitely thumbs up it so that we get more people in here for the future videos. This is definitely going to blow up. I can already tell, especially since I'm going to be posting the announcement video on the main channel. And on top of that, I'll be posting the results, the actual battles themselves. I'm going to edit a video out of these and post those on the main channel too. So that'll get you guys a lot more exposure. I have a lot of artists that watch these videos, guys. So this is a great opportunity for you guys. I have a lot of artists that watch these videos. Staten says, do we just send the beat in the beat battle section? No, you come in to the beat critiques, which happen every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Let me go ahead and rewrite this. All beats must be submitted in the beat battles section only submit if your name is listed there to compete. Okay, cool. So every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 5 p.m. United States Eastern Time, we do these beat critiques. And basically in the description below, you could go and click on the Discord link, and this will pop up. You just type in your name and a password, and then a username and password, and it'll give you access to this Discord server. And then inside of the beat critique section, like I said, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 5 p.m., I listen to the beats that are submitted, and then the top 6 are chosen for a chance to compete here in this beat battle section. And here you could see I wrote preliminary round 1 of 16, 8 a.m., Sansa, Young BS, Simo, and the wild cards are the best and Nemo. So the top 4 here, they're actually competing in the beat battle. But if for some reason any 1 or 2 of these people drop out, one of these people will take their place, or these 2 will compete for the single slot that's open if 1 person drops out. From there, they compete. We'll have 16 rounds of that. So from those 16, we'll have a Supreme 16 beat battle, and they will compete in one big live show. I do all of the preliminary battles at the beginning of each beat critique. So, yeah, at the very beginning of each beat critique, you'll get an idea of the type of beats that we're choosing, what the criteria are. Again, here are the rules and what we're judging: sound selection, mix, composition, arrangement, and artist marketability. No problem, 8 a.m., no problem. And yeah, that's how you get access to the opportunity to actually compete in a preliminary, and then those preliminaries will get you access, if you win, to the Supreme 16, where they compete for free kits and consultations, and then the winners of those will go on to an Elite 8, where they will compete for even more kits and cash prizes, and possibly more. So yeah, I think that about wraps everything up. Let me just go ahead and post in here again. Do not post beats here if your name is not listed above. To compete, submit beats to beat critiques section. Yeah, so submitting your beats to the beat critique section, that gives you the opportunity to be evaluated on whether or not you get the invite to compete in the preliminaries. Good question. Lockie Dunn asks, how many of the Supreme 16 spots are taken? There's exactly 0 that have been taken. So you are here on day 1. And this very first day, we just granted 8 a.m. Sansa, Young BS, and Simo with the opportunity to compete on Wednesday at 5 p.m. for the very first round of the preliminaries. And the wild cards, in case anyone drops out, are The Best and Nemo. Good question, good question. Sansa says, yo, got a question. Do we all get the same sample, or can we do our own melody? You got free reign in the preliminaries. Free reign. Do whatever you'd like. You just can't submit a beat that was previously submitted in the beat critique. Be sure to submit only beats that were not heard in beat critiques. Yeah. And then I think one other thing that I'm going to do for the Supreme 16, I think you guys are going to all get an exclusive drum kit with some samples in it. Probably just drums, because I really want you guys to work on your own melodies, but I might include some samples in it. And then you guys will all have a fair level playing field in terms of hard-hitting drums that I know bang. Yeah. And again, if you do use a loop or a sample, you're not going to have an advantage over someone that doesn't if you guys are evenly matched in the whole mix, composition, arrangement, and artist marketability. We will break it down to who put more effort into the beat. We will put more effort into, or more weight into who put more effort into the beat. I think that answers all questions. Let's see. If you use a loop or sample versus someone who didn't, all things equal the person who made their beat from scratch will have the advantage and will be considered the winner. But feel free to use loops or samples as long as they are not in YouTube content ID system. I think that should cover everything. Any other questions, comments, concerns? Again, like the video if you guys haven't already. That gives more notice to YouTube that this should be shown to more people. It gives all of us more exposure, and that's definitely the goal for this channel. I appreciate everyone that did subscribe to this channel. I know it's an extra step to go from one channel and subscribe to another one, to be subscribed to multiple channels from one person. I know that is asking a lot. I totally get that. So for those of you that have done that, I definitely appreciate the support. Oh, here's another thing. Let me exit and come back. All Beat Battle competitors can DM me on Instagram or Twitter for 50% off. One of my kits. It's still combined all that. But yeah, anyone that is competing, you guys get 50% off of one of my kits. Right now, I only have one kit, but by the end of the month, there should be 3 kits available. Right now, I have the InflightMuzik 2020 drum pack, 200 sounds, 10 folders, 20 sounds in each, including 20 sample loops. And then I'm dropping what I'm calling the high-tech MIDI loop kit, high-tech hi-hat MIDI loop kit. That will be available. And then also my Ear Candy transition effects kit. That will also be available by the end of the month. For everyone else, I'm definitely going to be doing discounts. I'm probably going to have a nice sale for you guys right around Christmas time, where you'll be able to get multiple kits. I'll probably do like a 3-kit bundle. I'm definitely doing a buy one, get a nice discount on the other one deal. So yeah, if you want to hold off on purchasing any of my kits or hold off on purchasing the InflightMuzik 2020 drum pack, definitely do so, because I do have some specials coming up at the end of the month. Just saying that to save you guys some moolah, because I know how it is. Yeah, I think that takes care of every single possible thing. Again, on Wednesday, that will be the first round, the first preliminary round. And that morning, I will have a video announcing that we are doing this. So hopefully we have a nice crowd here. And then that will also lead to even more beat critiques. So more people to choose from, more competition. And that will result in more exposure for you guys. And in return, I will be posting those battles on the main channel as well. So you actually get highlighted twice just for turning in a good beat in the beat critique. Well, 3 times really. You'll get seen on, well, 4 times. You get seen twice on the live channel and twice on the tutorial channel, because on the tutorial channel, I'll be featuring the part where I, not just the beat battle itself, but also the top 6 beat critiques for the next beat battle. So all of those people will get highlighted. Yeah, the first time that we do that will be on Thursday. So yeah, we have a lot going on in terms of both of these channels. I'm glad I did separate this, because if I had it all on one channel, it would just be way too much. So with this setup, we have plenty of videos over here. And then on the main channel, we literally have a video coming out every day of the week except Sunday. Every day of the week except Sunday. So again, we do this live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 5 p.m. United States Eastern Time. I will see you guys on Wednesday. Good luck to all of you that are cooking up.